special guest today is none other than Nadine Lustre. Nadine was born in Manila, Philippines on October 31 and is a proud Scorpio Sun Libra rising, which will all make sense as we get to know more of her relentless and stunning personality. Starting in 2009 with the music group Pop Girls, she has consistently been working on her career tirelessly to bring it to the level that it is today. Branching into film, it was clear she was and still is a woman of many talents. As her lead role in the film, Diary Ng Panget allowed the world to see exactly what she's capable of. With an intense work ethic and charming personality, it's no surprise to those close to her that she has been able to accomplish so much. A singer, songwriter, actress, multi-awarded at that, editor, photographer, and even a creative director at times, she really is a woman who has taught herself to wear many hats and prides herself for being very hands-on with all of her materials. This act of going above and beyond is all in order to make sure that everything truly does represent her and her ideals, so that her following only gets the best of the best. And I know you all agree. After all, she is a perfectionist. A strong, confident, empowered woman who has had to deal with many trials and tribulations that many of us, would not have been able to cope with ourselves. She never ceases to amaze as she glides through problems and issues with the grace and elegance that is unique to Nadine alone. Let us welcome our very special guest today, our multi-hyphenate star, Nadine Lustre. Let's give her a round of applause and some love. Show some love to Nadine.
Show your
Nadine, could you turn on
actions.
your video,
Hi,
please?
Nadine.
Everyone is so excited to see you. Nads.
Yan. Can you all see
Hi.
me? Hey,
Yes.
everyone. Hi, Tita.
Hello, hello.
Hello,
Hey.
Nads.
How's
So
everyone?
glad you're here.
I'm so happy to be here. This is super exciting.
Fantastic.
Thanks so much, lads, for being here and joining Jose and I, and of course, our LifeCrafters and all of those who are being introduced to LifeCraft today. Thank you to everyone. So let's get to it. Our first question for Nadine today: why Wildest Dreams? And before I continue, I'm so sorry. I'd like to ask everyone to mute their particular Zoom accounts. Yeah, thank you. All right. So Nads, first question: why Wildest Dreams? This is the name of your latest album, and so why is the album's title so significant?
Yeah. Well, actually, Tita Cindy, kasi the reason why I chose Wildest Dreams as the title, because as you know, I always have really vivid dreams, and for some reason, they all seem to be, it seems like they're all telling me something. So most of the songs actually in the album are about dreams. Um, Wildest Dreams kasi is really this one dream that I had a couple of years back, which which gave me a lot of insight about who I am as a person and about life and all of that. So I don't know. I just before we even got to start working on the album, meron na siyang title. So parang I think a year before we started working on the album, may title na siya, which is Wildest Dreams, just because it is very fitting to I guess my experience. So yeah.
Beautiful. Yeah, and indeed we heard that not throughout the album, Jose. Yeah.
Yeah, that's all right. And talaga, Nadine, like personally, I'm so impressed by your creativity. What was your process? Yeah, what was your process in creating your album? And in general, ano yung creative process mo?
I guess when I write, usually I would start off with a beat. So either Careless would give me a beat, or producers would send me beats. It has to be a beat first, or sometimes I look up YouTube for just random beats that I can write to. Just because I'm still kind of I guess I'm not yet that good of a writer yet. We'll see. I mean, I'm sure it's gonna get better eventually, but
No, it's
writing
really
is
good
something
now.
thank you. But writing is really something that I am not confident with, like especially with my writing. It took a while before I really, decided to start writing music, start writing songs. a lot of convincing from my friends. So yeah, I really start off with a beat. Sometimes it's I come up with the lyrics because of an experience. Sometimes it's very visual, because I do like things that are very visual. For example, like where I'm at now, because I'm still out of town. So sometimes like I can write about the beach, or like how the water is so calm, how the sky is so blue. Anything that I see, I always work around all of my senses. So there's touch, there's taste, there's sights, there's hearing also. So all of that I use for my writing.
Galing, galing. Ang galing din.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's I mean, inspiration is all around us, so you can pretty much write about
Yeah, I
anything.
agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so
And
inspiring, Anna. And it's inspiring for everyone here na you can also be creative in your own, di ba? And
Yeah.
as you said, inspiration is everywhere and we just have to be
Yeah.
open to it. Yeah.
Yes,
and,
that's true.
and yeah, and I love how it also is, it reflects how Nadine, your process is also very much your personality, how
Yeah.
you're very intuitive. You, when you see something, you absorb and then you process it and then you start writing that, with the work we've been doing together. And knowing that too, here you are as an artist, but you're always doing other new things. So can you tell us more about these ventures?
Wow.
Because this year, when we started the year, Nadine was setting intention for a lot of not just,
A lot of
artistic
things.
endeavors. Yeah, better than. So
Wow.
I'd like her to
Tita
share
Cynthia
that.
knows all of that. She knows all of that.
Oh,
Yes.
wow.
Yeah.
Go Nadine. Please let us
Yeah.
know what
So
that is, no? What those are.
yeah.
Yeah.
I started working on my. I guess you could say it's a creative. It's like a collective of all of the creatives, which is Cool Girl Projects. I'm sure a lot of our viewers know about that already.
Yeah.
So
Cool
yeah,
girl
it's just an
projects. Yeah.
Cool Girl Projects. It's just another
Yeah.
extension for my creativity, because I mean, music is, it's just audio, but with this one, I can get creative with the brands that I'm working with the people that I'm working with. I can create different things as well. And yun lang. And Tita Cindy, kasi I'm really the kind of person who likes doing new things. Like
Yes.
to me,
Nice.
it is really exciting. As much as possible, like I like exploring. I guess that's really just the kind of person I am. I like doing new things all the time, and like I like going out of my comfort zone. And yeah, I'm sure everyone knows that already.
Yeah, yeah. Can I
Very
ask
brave as well.
can I ask a follow-up question, 'di ba? You said
Yeah,
you're you like doing things outside of your comfort zone. And I think
yeah,
that's something very special. It's not like, because normally, 'di ba, like me or normal people, we would we'd be very afraid to go out of our comfort zone kasi ito na yung nakasanayan, etc. So what do you
Yeah.
think? Where did you get that? Or how is that something that was born to you, or is this something that you developed consciously over
Yeah.
time? Yeah.
No, actually, I growing up, I am very fearful of a lot of stuff. I always worry. My
Oh.
anxiety is really bad as well. So I'm a worrywart pretty much. I worry a lot about, just the littlest things. But I don't know. There's beauty at every edge. Like at the end of your fear, like if you jump that ledge, there's something that is just, I don't know, parang worth it lang siya. Before, I used to be scared of doing new things because, parang I'm not comfortable. I'm not sure if I can do it. I'm not sure if I'll be successful. But then, I mean, at the end of the day, how are you supposed to know if you're, I mean, if are you supposed to know how it feels if you haven't even tried it? And there's so many things in
That's
this
right.
world that we can, experience. There's so many things to experience in life and in this world, and just um it's just beautiful, like letting everything in and experiencing everything and feeling everything, and just see what life has to offer.
Galing, galing. That's so
Yeah,
I
and
love that. We love that a
and she
lot.
has we love it, Jose, because she really
Yeah,
embodies the whole philosophy of being a life crafter and designing your life, no, the
right.
curiosity.
Thanks to you,
um
Tita.
yeah.
That's all
And
thanks to
thanks.
you.
Kailangan ko na magpa-coach din sa'yo. Actually, coach ko din si Tita Cindy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oy, wag mo akong tinitita, Jose, ha? Siya lang.
Sorry, sorry.
It's all good.
Yeah, yeah, and you have a number of ventures too. I mean, causes and advocacies too, right, Nadine?
Yeah.
Can you tell us more about these advocacies and causes, and why did you choose these particular causes?
Yeah. Well, I mean, me naman kasi as much as possible, I would love to give back. May it be like the environment, people, or just for the world. So right now, kasi I'm working with Mad Travel, so and Bioten also. So we're working on 88K trees, which is a project that will reforest the Yangil area in Zambales because now
Oh, cool.
well it is near Pinatubo, so when the volcano erupted, it left the land like it's barren, so pretty much like nothing is growing. And then the Yangil tribe is kind of suffering because they can't grow food. They resort to cutting trees, turning them into charcoal. Pretty much like, it's very understandable. They're trying to survive, but at the same time, it's also you know, destroying the forest as well. So this project is mainly for them, so that they could survive, and they could start growing. My travel has been teaching them how to plant their own crops. I think
Wow.
the last time because I checked the photos, I'm not really super familiar with what they've been doing in the past, but um, I could see that every time they would go there, because there are photos on their Facebook page, and then meron doon yung ginagamit nila gulong, and then they use it to hold the soil, and then that's where they plant the trees. And I
Galing.
mean, it's just something to give back, to Mother Nature, to our world, so to the earth. And so, yeah, and I'm very passionate about, when it comes to the environment, and it's something that I've always wanted to do. I've always been someone who's very close to nature growing up. So I just
Galing.
believe that because this world has given so much to us, that I feel like it's our time to give back, and start taking care of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so right. And we can see it in your background now, Nadine. You're
Yeah.
surrounded by nature. Ang ganda. Ang
Yeah.
ganda.
That's why I'm
She's
so alive
always,
here.
yeah, and you're
Yeah,
just
yeah.
feeding off the energy. And it's just
Yes.
such a beautiful, we were thinking of having you change your background, but seeing that you're in
Yeah.
nature and you have a really pretty background, then we wanted also
Beautiful.
everyone
Yeah.
watching to enjoy it. And, hearing you just with, your ventures, your businesses, Nads, and also how you also help others with their advocacies. Really, you're pursuing multiple interests and passions. And, it's one of the key lessons in LifeCraft. So,
Mm.
following your heart and living your
Yes.
most authentic life. And we really applaud you for this. So, what
Yeah.
advice would, you give your fans and the rest of our LifeCrafters or audience when it comes to following their heart and living their most authentic lives? And I know it's a loaded question, but
Yeah.
you're a truth teller. You're someone who's very connected to your soul. And,
Yeah.
I think this is something that we'd love to hear your answer to.
Yeah. Well, as you know, Tita, I mean, there's so many things that we have gone through the last year. Literally, Tita Cindy was
Yeah.
helping my hand throughout the year, throughout, like, the most challenging time of my life. A lot of things has happened, but then um I'm still working on myself now, still getting over a lot of things, a lot of letting go
Yeah.
of a lot of baggage. But then again, I've come to realize pretty recently that we are all here to experience life to the fullest and to experience everything, like, may it be um say a heartbreak or a loss or all of those emotions that we are afraid of. it is something that we have to experience so that we could grow from it. You know, all of these challenges, I mean, ako kasi I really believe that all of these challenges, like, it wouldn't be given to you if the universe knows that you can't handle it. I always see it as, you know, as something that you can learn from. I mean, at the end of every challenge, there is a lesson that you could pick up and that you could use through, like, for the rest of your life. So I don't know. Um, I've just been in a good place, balanced and just happy. Yeah, and just ready for
Oh,
life.
yeah, that's so great. And we're so happy for you, Nadine, ano.
Thank
Really,
And
we
you.
are.
especially with this pandemic also, right? A
It is
lot of
very, yeah.
uh,
A lot of people are
yeah.
kind of, you know, it's not really a good time, but then at the same time, I guess, what I did, kasi during the quarantine, I worked on myself a lot. I worked on
Oh,
myself a lot.
wow.
I did a lot of reflecting, faced a lot of the things that I've put aside, you know, that I've been afraid of, I guess, facing and handling. And I guess, like,
Wow.
one of the tips lang that I could just give everyone, to all of our listeners, is just that, you know, if something is scaring you, then that's good, because,
Oh,
you
wow.
Right.
know, then
That's
Medyo
you
iba
right.
know,
yan, ah. Medyo iba
yeah,
yan, ah.
because,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
because you know that you're at the end of your comfort zone, and sometimes when you jump, it's worth it, you know.
Wow.
Yeah.
And I've been doing a
Wow.
lot of that lately, and it's
Yeah.
it's
Oh,
super
really?
worth it. It's super worth
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
What
She has. I can attest to
you
that.
can attest.
We always
Yes.
talk
Maybe
about
if it's okay, Nadine, maybe you can share one or
Yeah.
two like specific
yeah.
things that you're
Yeah.
proud about. Na hey, I overcame this or I faced this, and then this is what happened. Can you share one or
And you
two?
were
Yeah.
scared at first. Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
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 Well, one main thing is the transition to music. I was
Oh.
really,
Yeah.
you know, I was really, what do you call it? I was really doubting myself, and especially when it comes to writing, because, you know, it's not. I guess it in here, kasi in our culture, parang hindi pa masyadong accepted yung artista and then would venture into music. You know, there has
Mm-hmm.
been a lot of,
Yeah.
there I guess there has been a lot of other artists before who, well, us naman kasi, like, the showbiz industry here in the Philippines din naman kasi, like, you know, we we have to be able to do everything pretty much, like hosting, acting, um
Yeah.
you know, music and all of that sort. It's just the culture that we have. But
Mm.
then I was worried that, you know, I was scared that people wouldn't appreciate my music, or they wouldn't understand it, or they
Mm.
would be like, ano ba yun, bakit naman bigla siya nag-music, parang di naman
Yeah.
bagay sa kanya, you know, all of those things.
Mm.
And at the same time,
Mm.
it's something that is new to me. So, like,
Yeah.
I've kind of been writing songs before, but not this much. And so, like, there's so many doubts, like, when it comes to, like, the lyrics that I've been writing, or pretty much just the music that we made, like, even before we launched the album.
Yeah.
Like, I was so nervous, I felt so
Yeah.
pressured, I didn't know how to feel about it. But then Tita Cindy, like, you know, she would always, like, tell me, Nads, you know, I see that you can, like, you're in for great things, you're
Wow.
about
Yeah.
to do great things, and then you should just do it. So
Yeah, I
I
can
did
feel
it,
that
and
too.
yeah, I
I can
did
feel
it.
it that
So
you're
Yeah.
really setting yourself up for even bigger, greater things.
yeah, now i
Yeah.
have
Yeah.
i have
Yeah.
now my love for music is different. My, you know, my confidence has gone up when it comes to songwriting. I'm more excited, I guess, to make more music, so that I could share more of myself to all of my
I love
listeners, and to
that.
people, you know,
Yeah.
who are listening to my music, and the people who are just following me, pretty much. And
Right.
Yeah.
at the end of the day, like, one thing that I've always wanted to do is just inspire everyone, you know, and
Yeah.
kind of make everyone feel that they're not alone, and
Right.
touch
Yes.
touch them in a way that, you know, in a way that my other favorite artists would, when I listen to their music as well. So
Yeah.
yun, just, yeah.
Yeah. And that's
And
great.
the
I
lyric,
really like
yeah.
that. Sorry, I really like that mentality because I was listening to futurists, and that's also part of my
Mm-mm.
job. And when we're talking about the future of being an artist, especially there's a lot of new technologies that's out there,
Yes.
AI, like AI augmented or AI artificial intelligence or robots creating the art. And
Mm.
Yeah.
what is happening is that in the future, you have being an artist now, you will be enabled by so much of these technologies that it's not
Mm.
hindi na ka nakabox na okay pang movies ka lang or pang TV ka lang,
Yeah. So
but
many
you're
possibilities.
exactly you're
Yeah.
being an artist now will be an expression, and there can be so many ways that you can express it the way that you're
Yeah.
doing now, which is
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
really great.
Yeah. But
And just to add to what she was saying, sorry, go ahead,
go
Nance.
ahead. No, 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 go
Um,
ahead, Tita. Go ahead. Go ahead.
yeah,
Mhm.
when you were sharing this, I said that's right because Nads, when she was when she embarked on writing more songs, no, she didn't just work on one song or two. She had a whole album
A
of
whole
12
album.
Oh,
songs.
di ba?
She
Yeah.
Ang galing.
collaborated with others. Parang eto yung matatakot ka talaga kasi hindi lang siya nag-drop ng single eh. Buong album, kinareer niya yung pagiging songwriter niya.
Yeah.
And of course, a singer. She really jumps into it fully. And I experienced also, she also has her beauty products. And in those times when I'm at her place and we're having sessions and I arrive, I'm doing my setup, she's in a meeting, and I can see she would show me how she also really designs the products. Like literally, it's her doing
Oh,
that. It's not
wow.
just her saying,
Yeah.
"Oh, okay, and okay." No, she's so
Yeah.
particular. She's really a perfectionist from the colors of the lipsticks
Yeah.
to the range, to the quality, to
Yeah.
the even like I have one of her the perfumes that she gave me, Luster, and even the design of it, even getting that actual bottle sourcing, she's involved. She's very much involved. Even with Betty Blooms, which is
Yeah.
she helped also put it up, and it's with it's plants and other flora and fauna and
Yeah.
it's just been amazing how um that has been her process as well, which is if she's scared about it, it's like a clue for her. Maybe the fear is excitement, maybe the fear is curiosity, and it's a part of herself that she wants to expand into. And even in how she pictures herself, even with the projects, like she was featured in Spotify and as part of that, that's can you tell us about that? You were in the Times Square, am I right? And you
Yeah.
just came
It
out there
Wow.
representing.
yeah,
Really?
Yeah,
it
could you
was
share
actually
that?
for
Yeah,
Spotify's it was actually for
the New York
Spotify's playlist Equal.
playlist, equal,
It
right?
is a yes, Equal. It is where, mostly it's women. So
Yeah,
different artists from different Asian countries.
Yeah.
And yeah, so Spotify, I don't know, like I was surprised because I did know about the
yeah,
playlist, but I did not know about the billboard. So as soon as
yeah,
the billboard came out na, and then I still didn't know about it because I was working on other stuff, so I wasn't checking my phone. And then someone from Careless called me up and said, "Hey, have you seen?" Congratulating me pala. Our CEO called me and was congratulating me, was saying na, "Yo, congratulations on your billboard." And then he was saying Times Square, and I was like, "Wait, what are you talking about?" And then yeah, sinabi niya na there's my face is on Times Square, like in an electronic billboard. So
Wow.
that was insane. Like my face is on Times Square, so
and
that's
this
Correct.
is
crazy.
one of those
Yeah, I like the
visions.
ano yun. Oo, totoo.
Yeah,
Parang you've arrived eh. Actually,
world
once you're
domination.
correct,
Yeah,
once you're in the Times Square billboard, di ba? It's not
yeah,
for
Yeah,
everyone. Only very few
and
Filipinos
yeah, and
get
pinag-usapan
that
namin to ni
chance.
Nadine. Oh, yes, Jose. I mean, sorry, I interrupted you kasi na-excite ako kasi we had a session before and nakita ko yun na she's really at the top globally as a global artist, being recognized. And it's something that we worked on too. I mean, we just put the intention
yeah,
out there. but for it to happen, like everything just come together unexpectedly, how the universe works.
Yeah.
As you know, this Jose is also one of those who does this. He's also very fearless in that way. He he puts his intention out there and
Yeah.
goes for it as well. So I've seen that happen to him too, and seeing it happen to you, you just shining that way and conquering after everything that you've been through, even in putting together the album. Wow, right? I think that's a great
Yeah. You were
way
there for that
to
journey, Rita. Like
and I'm
every step of the way.
thanks for the trust, Nads, because it was really how do I say this? Being a part of that, seeing you see yourself, no?
Mhm.
The way the vision came to me is just very empowering, and I'm very humbled by it. So I'm happy to see you enjoying the rewards of the hard work that you've put in and the principles that you hold on to, because you are who you are today because of those principles too. And
Yeah.
bilib talaga ako sa'yo in standing up for what's right.
And there was a
Yeah,
lot of taking out the block. There's a lot of
yeah,
getting rid of all the blocks and a lot of just you know doubt. I doubted
that's
myself so much. Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah. Galing, galing. And in terms of what's next for you,
yeah,
what other, I know you're doing already a lot, and it's great that you're in this very contented, very, I would say, very centered state, and I really wish you to continue that. But what else is there? What other wildest dreams can we look forward to?
Well, definitely more music, more album,
Nice.
more albums. And
Yay.
then looking
yeah,
forward to doing films naman for this year. Hopefully, when everything is okay now. It's still kind of scary because to do a lock-in shoot. But then
yeah.
at the same time, I'm
Yeah,
kind of like
true.
itching to do another film project. But we'll see. But definitely more creative stuff. This year I really just want to keep creating.
And she
That's
worked,
that's really
yeah,
that's really my
you
goal for this year. So,
yeah, you
yun.
work hard. You work so hard, Nadza. I mean, I can attest to that. She texts me at
Yeah.
midnight that she's, at a rehearsal. And she's
Yeah.
been at it, or she's practicing some dance moves, and she's all
Mm,
she dances, she sings, etc. And the latest one that they produced, Careless produced as well, and it's the finest, was the Absolute Madness
concert. Yeah.
concert, which was a fusion of theater, concert, music. It's virtual, and it was brilliant. And I
Thank
must say
you.
that, yeah, and I must say that you're at the forefront of just going ahead, even the visualizer of your album, right? Wildest
Mm.
Dreams, the way it was launched, the work that you did in that, it's like you're really stepping into new ground, and you're opening the doors for others, and
Yeah.
more people. And that's really, you really are such a trailblazer, Nads, and
Thanks,
really
Tita.
yeah. And based on that, we put it out there. Now is the opportunity that we have as well to ask you even more questions. And some of these questions we asked your fans and our life crafters to send us through social media. So Jose, yeah,
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah,
we got a
yeah.
Let's see
number
those
of
Yeah, we
questions.
have,
questions.
Yeah,
we got a
yeah.
number of questions.
Yeah,
But because yeah, and we curated them, we selected the ones which we thought were most in line with LifeCraft, and
Hmm.
obviously our topic today, which is you and how we can
yeah.
live an authentic and well designed, and I was, as what you were saying, also like a very brave and fearless life.
Yeah.
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 And Cindy will
So
start
so
with
here's,
the
yeah,
questions. Yeah.
right. Our first question, which is from @jelly.89. How do you manage work, family, and enjoying your life, Nads?
Oh my gosh, ang hirap niyan actually. Balancing everything is actually one of the hardest things to do.
Mm,
Kasi it's the hardest thing because work sometimes like really gets in the way. And
yeah,
most of the time now because I'm working on cool girl projects, there's a lot of
yeah,
deadlines.
yeah,
Obviously with Careless, there's a lot of deadlines on the music, on the writing and all of that stuff. So you just have to give yourself like how do I say it, like a specific time for work, and then
Yeah.
like specific time for friends, and then for family. You really just have to be good at managing your time. I see my family, when I'm, of course, like when I'm in Manila, like every Sunday we would see each other. But of course, it is really scary to go out because my mom is a cancer survivor, and kind of scary for her to go out, especially at this time because of the
Yeah.
virus. So when they can, they would come over to my house, and then we'll just have dinner or have lunch or just hang out, watch a movie. The last time I saw them actually was Father's Day. Medyo matagal
Well,
na, but
it's been a
they've been
while.
scared to go out. They've been scared to
Yeah.
go out. I do
Yeah.
spend a lot of time with my brother because my brother lives with me.
Yeah.
But with friends,
Easy.
I see them. Well, I mean, I work with my friends, so
You do.
they're in careless, so it's inevitable. Like I always see them. But yeah, you really just have to find the right balance. And now I'm here in out of town. Of course, giving time to myself naman to relax
That's
because the
nice.
concert is
Yeah.
done na. So I told myself
Oh,
na okay, sige, because I've been working so hard and
Yeah.
that tapos na yung concert, I can now just relax and give this week to myself to just unwind and do whatever, reset, and then once I get back to Manila, it's back to work na.
yeah. And thank you
Yeah.
to Nadine, where you're on, pala, this is your reset time.
Yeah.
And
And
you're
no, it's
spending a time
totally
with
fine.
us.
It's
So
totally
good.
fine. I mean,
Uh,
this is a good conversation anyway, and this is something that I promised Tita Cindy, and something that I've always wanted to do. So it's totally okay.
awesome. Thank
Really
you so much.
appreciate it, Nads.
Super,
Yeah.
super thanks.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're
We have,
welcome. You're welcome.
yeah. We have another
Another
question here
question.
from
Yeah.
Z Aguinaldo. And she's saying, "Hi, Miss Nadine. I'm an aspiring singer, and I wanted to ask, there are days when we feel motivated, but there are also
Mm.
days when we feel exhausted and unmotivated. What do you do when you feel unmotivated?"
You rest because it
Oh,
is, of course, it is your body telling you that I you need to rest. I mean, it's not a bad thing. When we are uninspired, unmotivated, like not motivated, and then we feel. I have those days actually where I'm just like, my term for
right.
it is I don't feel shiny. That is my
Yeah.
term
Yeah.
for
I
it.
know that. Yeah.
Diba, tita?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would text
Yeah.
Tita Cindy sometimes and be like, Tita, I don't feel so shiny today.
Yeah.
I
It's
like
sad.
that. I
It's
like
like you
that.
don't have the polish. You're not shining
Yeah.
as much. But
Hmm.
at the
Yeah.
same time, it is something that happens. I mean, we're human. We're not always going to be up there. But the thing is, like, accept it. Just give yourself time to just relax, unwind. Go to your favorite restaurant, and I do that a lot. I go to my
Yeah.
favorite
She
restaurant and
does.
I eat alone. That's why sometimes I feel like,
Nice.
when people see me eating alone, baka feeling nila, bakit ang senti niya naman or ang emo niya masyado. No, it's actually one of the things. It's actually one of the things that I love doing because
Yeah.
then, aside from the fact that I can eat my favorite food, it's like I'm taking myself out on a date.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
that's
So
nice.
it's just
Yeah.
nice little things like go to the I don't know, like go to BGC, buy plants, or go to Betty Blooms and look after the
Yeah.
plants.
Oh, you I learned a
Wala
lot.
kasi kaming cacti. Wala kaming cacti, so I have to go to BGC to buy those for my
And
house.
I learned a lot from Nads with plants because when we were at the gym together, she saw Coach Anton's plants. She had,
Yeah, he
right.
has a lot of
She
plants.
she
Yeah.
told him, you are overwatering this, or this one's too much under the sun.
Yeah,
She started
getting too much
fixing
sun.
the plants.
Yeah, I
Literally.
started
She
moving
goes,
them
can I
around.
touch this? And then she told him, you play jazz music so that the plants will
Mm.
come alive because they love jazz music.
There's actually a
Oh.
specific BPM that plants like
There.
because
Mm.
plants the vibration helps the plants grow faster.
There you
Nice.
go.
Yeah.
Nice,
Yeah.
nice.
So
Yeah.
as you know, she's very
I have
passionate
plants
about it.
too.
He's
Yeah.
also he's
I
also
have
Yeah.
a long
plants too.
time
Ayan,
plantito.
ilalabas
You
ko yung
should
aking plants.
Ayan.
Ayan.
you should play classical music or jazz, or there's a playlist
Mhm.
on Spotify that's called Music for Plants. You can actually
Mhm.
play
Oh,
that for
okay.
them like in the morning. That's gonna
Sige
help them
nga.
grow so much like faster.
Sige.
So
I think
I,
Yeah.
that's good for the plants and also
For
for
you.
me.
for human beings. And also to everyone in the room na every time you buy a plant namamatay. So
Yeah.
kung may mga aspiring plantitos,
Yeah.
plantitas in
Actually,
the room,
nakikita ko
Yeah.
na maraming nagko-comment
may
uh,
nagko-comment.
about, thanking you for the tips.
Yeah.
sabi ni Erica of Anstram, pati rin daw siya, yun ang problema niya. So Erica, ayan, may solusyon ka na.
Yeah. Yeah. But also kasi like when what I realized, because we've been manning Berry Blooms for quite a while now, and there are a lot of
Mm.
people who come in and tell us na ay namatayan ako ng ganito so parang ang hirap alagaan. So we always tell them na you really have to spend time with your plants. You can't just buy a plant, put it there, and then water it every day. No, like plants are very specific when it comes to water, especially the indoor ones. They
Yeah.
do not. There are plants that do not need water every day. And when it comes
Yeah.
to the water that you use for the plants as well, they're very specific, with the pH level, very
Yeah.
specific with the what do you call it? Temperature in your house, the amount of sun that it's get. So many factors
Right.
that can affect your
Yeah.
plants.
Totoo
But the
yan.
thing
Totoo
is,
yan. Yeah.
that's how you actually know if you're good at if you're good at being a mother, or just taking care of plants, or your friends, if your plants are thriving.
Oh no. I would,
That's
but
right.
Yeah,
but
that's why I have I have
Paano
I have friends.
Oo.
I actually have
pag may
friends na
namatay, parang, what is this reflecting?
no, yeah,
What's
you have to check on yourself because maybe you're not no, you're not doing it right. Well, I mean that's
or
true kasi
or you
Yeah.
yeah. Go
Or you're
ahead. Go
just
ahead,
not,
Nadine.
yeah.
I actually have friends who have dead plants at their house
Yeah.
in their house, and then I keep telling them na like, oh well, what the problem is, it's not the plant.
Diretso talaga yan si Nadine eh. But
Yeah.
that's one of our life crafters, si Pilar, no, Miss Pilar Baltazar, she said, you talking to plants is really good. It's very
I
therapeutic
talk to
because
my
it
plants.
helps them flourish. Oo,
I
sabi
talk to my
niya.
plants all the time, actually.
Yeah.
Talaga. Ako I pat my plants kapag may bago silang leaves. Sabi ko, good job, you're growing.
Good job. Yeah.
We have another question here that I feel is, since you're talking about your passions, and as you know, halata no, very passionate siya about plants and
Yeah.
all of that. We have another
Yeah.
question this time from at Glowing Lustrous. Hi, I'm Catherine. My question for Miss Nadine is, what keeps you going? And I love you. Ayun, mahal ka ni Catherine, as everyone here
Yeah.
has been
Love you
saying.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nagbo-blow up yung chat natin.
I know.
Yeah.
And she's asking, what keeps you going? Yeah.
What keeps me going is now, before, like I would always say it's my family, it's my like the people around me, the people who love me. Now it's just because I want to experience life. That's my
Yeah.
that's my new answer, an updated answer, Tita.
Updated answer, yeah.
Updated answer. Now it's just because I want to experience life.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
experience it. And just experience life and
Fully.
experience it fully. Yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Short and
Short.
sweet.
Yeah.
But
Short and sweet.
short and sweet, but really solid. That's what we always talk about when we're
Right.
talking about
Yeah.
intentions. You really have to be clear about it. And I love that this is so clear for you right now, Nads.
Yeah. Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Thanks to you
Right.
also, Tita. You've been a big part of it.
Thanks
Yeah.
for, like I said, nakikinig ka eh. Masunurin si Nadine
Yeah.
on a lot of things.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually ano yan, 'di ba? They say when the student is ready, the teacher will come.
Yeah.
And I think it's a function of both Coach Cindy and also your readiness and openness.
Yeah. And I also learned
No,
from her
to evolve.
because Yeah, and I learn a lot from Nads too kasi malakas ang loob din niya. And when she's having a tough time, I see how when our conversations also help when I have someone that I'm talking to and I don't say her name unless she's openly shared it, which she's sharing right now. Then I can say, hey, she's someone you may look up to, but look at what she's been through, and this is how far she's come. So you can do it too. If she can do it, you can
Yeah.
do it too. So
Yeah.
That's so nice.
yeah. At
Yeah,
marami
as
pa
We
soon
have a
kaming
as I
question
questions,
here. Marami pa
Oo.
tayong
yeah,
questions.
but
Yeah.
it's
We have
just
a
that
question from
Yeah, wait.
yeah.
yeah, go ahead,
No, I
Nadine.
Nads.
was gonna
Go
say
ahead.
that it's just that as it all happened as soon as I decided to let go of everything.
Yeah.
That's when like everything started
Powerful.
flowing freely. As soon as I let go of all of the things that I worry about, let go of all of the baggage that I've been carrying for such a long time, faced all of these things that that I should have dealt with a long time ago.
Yeah.
Just I stopped worrying. I stopped like thinking about the future. Stop thinking about the past. Just let everything go. And as when that happened, like everything just started flowing, and I feel happy. Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, that's
And
so nice.
she unpacked it. And
I've
it was a
unpacked a lot.
process and she
Mm,
continues to release and let go. It's not like, oh, isang
yeah,
bagsakan, no, because
yeah, no,
the triggers still come or something comes up and she
yeah.
realizes, oh, ito pala yon. So
I
willing siya to work on
yeah.
herself. Oo.
And the thing is, when me and Tita Cindy started talking, my anxieties were very often, but now like
Yeah.
I don't get it anymore.
Ang
I'm so
galing.
happy to hear
Yeah,
Ang
that,
galing. Ang
Mads.
galing.
Yeah.
yeah,
Can we breathe in and breathe out for everyone
yeah.
and absorb this great energy from Nadine
Woo!
to remind
Yeah.
us to be in the present, forget the
Yeah,
future, forget the
the
past,
past.
and
Yeah,
and be thankful for what we have today.
yeah.
Love it. I
I
love
agree.
your insights, Nadine. We have a
Thank
few more
you.
questions, if
Yeah.
that's okay. We have a question
Yeah.
here from I am Marianne Joy. What can you say or what advice can you give to those people who are giving up on achieving their dream?
Well, if I mean, understandably, it is their dream, but at the same time, it may not be for you. You get what I mean? Or this may not be the time for you. Because I believe in divine timing. I believe that the universe has perfect timing. And
Yeah.
things that we want, or the things that we want to achieve, would come to us in the right time. Because even me, like with my career didn't really flourish until I did Diary ng Panget. But I've been in the
Mm.
showbiz industry for a while now.
Yeah.
It's just about not giving up, and knowing what it is that you really want in life, or what it is that what are your goals. Because sometimes kasi um we we make goals na hindi naman talaga atin, or goals that just because just because
Mm,
like, is it
yeah.
really, you have to ask yourself, is it really something you want to do? Is it really something that you're passionate about? Is it really something that would make you happy? It's not always just because it's gonna give me, I guess, more money, like, just like, what do you call it, help sustain my lifestyle and all of that stuff. Yes, that is, you should consider that, but at the end of the day, if you're doing something that you're not happy with, then what's the point? So
Yeah.
yun lang, just know what it is that you want to do. um what is this, do not give up, and trust in the timing of the universe.
Beautiful,
Or maybe
right?
kasi
And
Beautiful.
sometimes kasi like, yeah, but sometimes kasi like, if it's really not working, maybe that's not what you're meant to be doing.
yeah.
Yeah.
Something else is gonna come, something that's so much
Yeah.
better. And you'll realize that when that's there, when it's in front of you now, you'll be like, oh my gosh, okay, I get it. I get, like, I've been getting a lot of that recently. Like, there's so many things that I've been holding on to, and now, like, looking back into all of those things that I've experienced, and all of the things that I sacrificed and I let go. I now realize that there was a reason why, like, why it's not. it didn't work, or why I didn't become, like what I wanted to be when I was younger. Just all of those things, because something else is, the universe is going to give you something else, and that is something better than what you actually asked for. But the thing is, like, you have to be ready to accept it. Nakaganyan ka lang. Ako, I'm like this, Tita Cindy, all the time. Like,
Wow, yeah.
it's open with open like with open arms, open hands.
Yeah.
So
Galing,
Ready to
galing.
receive. And
Right.
yeah.
one of the blocks that you were talking about earlier, Nads, and that you've shared openly because you're also a mental health advocate. And we have
Yeah.
a question here connected to that, and it's at
Mhm.
Calway SJN is asking, any thoughts on how you learn to better manage your anxiety attacks? Are you more aware of your triggers now?
Mm.
Yeah.
Well, I always say this. It is important that you have a good, what do you call it? A good support system. Can be your
Mhm.
family, can be friends, can be your therapist. Like, it you
Yeah.
just need someone who would listen to you, and someone who would always back you up every time you're going through something. It is very important. And um I can say I'm one of the lucky ones, just because I have a good support system. But also, um you really have to, I guess, with me, kasi Tita Cindy, like, I really had to catch myself every
Yeah.
time I feel like an anxiety attack or a panic attack is about to happen. I catch
Yeah.
myself, and I start, like, I try to translate or figure out, like, what it is that's triggering it, or why it's happening. Um, and then, I mean, it's not like what we said earlier. It's not a biglaan naman na process. I
Yeah.
mean, hindi naman siya biglaan na mawawala. It's a process. And
Yeah.
while you're in that process, you get to know more about your anxiety, more about, like, the things that make you sad, more about the things that make you, like, feel uncomfortable. You will discover
Yeah.
that eventually. But as you go along, you always have to remember na, okay, if this happens pala, like, I hindi pwede kasi magpa-panic attack ako. Or if I think about this, hindi
Yeah.
pwede.
Galing.
One of those
Um,
things, yeah, that you
yeah,
pointed out before. You know
mm,
that if I enter this environment, if I go there, I'm going to
yeah,
have a
avoid,
panic attack. So she
Galing.
would
yeah,
really mindfully avoid. Nung
yes,
Galing.
aware na siya. So that awareness was something that I think that's what you were
yeah.
saying, Nads, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Kasi at the
Mhm.
same time, like, okay, like, you can have a good support system, you can have a therapist and all of that stuff, but then at the end of the day, no one else knows you like you do.
Yeah, that's
So,
right.
you have
Yeah.
to learn how to you have to learn how to maneuver
Yeah.
through that.
Ang galing. That's really
Yeah.
great advice, no? Really, really practical and really like lasers. I love it. Thank you, Nadine. And we have,
Thank you.
ang bilis ng oras
Rasa.
actually.
Yeah.
We're almost,
Nagkagabi na
we're
nga, I'm starting to worry kasi
okay.
there are no lights here.
No, no, we're actually unfortunately we're in our last question. From Chris Vimar, you have been in the shoes of someone who wants to make it big. What advice can you give us? Also, will Careless ever hold auditions?
I am not sure about the auditions, but we'll keep you all posted if we do hold auditions. I'm not really sure how, because I'm not involved when it comes to, the getting the artists and all of that stuff. But we'll let you know if there are auditions. But anyway, don't give up. It's really just that, if don't give up and trust the universe. It's really that.
Yeah.
Work hard, work on yourself. You're struggling, then at least, find a solution. You really have to assess, like, okay, what is it that I need to do, or what is it that is lacking, so that I could work on it. Because of course, like, it
Yeah.
can't be naman, like, parang, I'm trying to find the right word, but parang half-assed. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Half
Parang
baked.
ganun, like,
Oh,
you
oh.
Half-baked
half
or half
there.
ano,
You can't half-bake.
half-hearted. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm.
you
Yeah.
can't do things half-heartedly. You'll
Yeah.
know that it's not. I mean, I haven't honestly met anyone na half-heart lang yung gusto nilang gawin and has not been successful. because it really lights it's really lighting a fire, like I mean, if you're really passionate about something, you really have that drive, eh. Hindi pwede na, okay, pwede na yan. Hindi ganun eh. Like, if you really want something and if you really want to be so good at it, you're always gonna, like, at the back of your head, like, lagi mo sasabihin, no, I have to, this has to be perfect. I have to give it my all. Like, I just have to do it. You give your 110% eh. Kasi
Yeah.
kung half-hearted yan, it means that you probably don't like what you're doing. Or,
Yeah.
ganun ka lang. You know?
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
And
what I realized.
Truth.
yeah, and big shoes. You have to fill those up, diba? Meaning you have to grow into them. So
Yeah.
it's about growth development, and there are
Yes.
sacrifices along the way. But if you've counted the cost, right, Nadine, which is what you do.
Yes.
The
Yes.
outcome is this is the outcome that you want. So even in our LifeCraft course and in this course that we're launching called Limitless, this is how that's how it's designed, no? Na we will really look at your life, you will look at the obstacles and then see how you can live limitlessly. And this is you, Nadine. Thank you for sharing that, because that's how you're living right now, limitlessly, with infinite possibilities.
Right. Yes. Thank you, Nadine, for sharing with us your insights and advice on how we can be creative and make our wildest dreams a reality.
Nads, any final words? You're on mute. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, sorry about that.
There you go.
Yeah,
No
I
worries.
just I just want to thank everyone for attending, for listening to us today. It's always fun, Tita. Like these conversations,
Aw,
and it's
thanks.
just like I really just wanna, I don't know, inspire everyone. So I hope that this
Thank
is
you for that. Yeah.
I hope everyone has picked up something. Hopefully from
I'm sure
this.
they did.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
yeah, thank you everyone, and thank you so much, LifeCraft, for having me. I had so much fun.
Hi.
Thank you,
So
Us
glad you had
too.
Futurist.
We learned so
fun.
much. Thank you
Yeah,
so
it was
Yeah,
much,
such a
Nadine.
thank
beautiful
you.
conversation, Nads. Really enjoyed it. We should do it again.
Yeah,
We'll
Yeah,
talk
yeah.
about
indeed.
plants.
And
Talk about plants next time. Yeah.
yeah. And please don't go away. Anyone who's still in the room, please don't go away. Show your love for Nadine right now. Just pop in the chat box, or make your heart, click on those reactions,
Oh, so
and
great.
stay with us, because you're gonna win. We've chosen some raffle prize winners, and there's still more to our homecoming today. Nadine, thank you, and have a
Thank you,
wonderful weekend in
everyone.
Siargao.
Thank you,
Thanks, and
everyone.
everybody.
Have a nice
Thank
Yeah,
weekend,
thank
you.
everyone. Thank
you.
you.
Bye,
Bye. Bye.
Nads.
Take
Bye.
care.
Thank
Bye
you.
bye.